Mr. Drumtastic.
Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. Yeah, I'm fresh to death. Like I'm hopping out my casket, bitch. Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. 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 Yeah, I'm fresh to death. Like I'm hopping out my casket, bitch. Trips around the Atlas, had me ballin' like a globe. Tryna double dribble, slam dunk. I'm dripping through the paint, nigga. Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. Yeah, I'm fresh to death. Like I'm hopping out my casket, bitch. Trips around the Atlas, had me ballin' like a globe. Tryna double dribble, slam dunk. I'm dripping through the paint, nigga. Everything I touch turns to glitter. I'm a lucky charm. Fettuccine Alfredo mixed it with the Parmesan. EBS coming in is ringing like a car alarm. Honey, I shrunk the kids about the size of a peppercorn. USA flag and I stitched it with the Betsy Ross Baywatch Barbie. Then I hit her with the hats off. Frog man, Oculus, I had to take my glasses off. Sammy Sosa flow, yeah, I had to change color. I'm an acrobat, flip your ass like the Rainbow Bowlers. Captain Planet, Superman, I'm flying through the stratosphere. I can pop your top like a soda or a can of beer. Starter man jacket had me ballin' like the Cavaliers. You can catch Corona, but I'd rather have a Heineken. I had to check my watch, yeah, it's that time again. Stampin' postcards, send them off with the mailman. 50 round clips, dropping shells like Michelangelo. Ninja Turtle flow, dripping blood in your pizza sauce. Yeah, I'm so cold, I'm Santa surfing in a Poconos. Just talk to Jesus and I think I caught the Holy Ghost. George Norris swag, hell yeah, I'm going coast to coast. 3 strikes you out like Adidas with the shell toes. Bullets sound like fireworks, chopper rip like Velcro. 7 for the half, but I got it for the elbow. Red wave, turning off the water like the hurricane. I used to sell Grammys, now I'm stinging with the Novocaine. AMC stock, had me throwing 8 shit. Guilty deep state while I'm going on a date, bitch. Mar-a-Lago, red chains closed, now I'm MAGA man. Backdoor deal, shoot your ass like the Taliban. Scary movie 2, Jason Voorhees, I'm the son of Sam. Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. Yeah, I'm on my maggot shit. Yeah, I'm fresh to death like I'm hopping down my casket, bitch.
Yes, we back in the building again, family. Waiting on my people to get in here. We're gonna talk about what's going on with Bad Bunny. You see, I put the devil horns on his head because he represents sexual deviant behavior. And he is the horny goat. But I'm gonna let y'all flood in here real quick. So we're gonna be right back. Here go a commercial.
What's going to happen to me? I'm going to go to jail?
Only answer my question, sir.
No, I'm asking. Equine, can I go to jail off of anything related to this lawsuit?
You're not here to ask questions, sir. You're here to answer.
What you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? You crazy?
No, you can.
You don't know who you talking to. I'm not some slave of yours, boy.
If you would
what you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? That's the dumbest. Are you crazy? You just told me I can't ask my lawyer a question.
Mr.
All right, we back. You see my guy Tom Homan right here, Operation Take Back America. Now, I think they're about to make a mockery out of this dude, Bad Bunny. Yeah, if you really look at Bad Bunny, man, he looks very weird, man. I think he might be IVF too, family. I think these weird entities that just come out of nowhere without any talent. Does he have talent? I heard he was a Puerto Rican artist. I heard he don't even speak American when he's performing. So I don't know how Americans are gonna click to this. They're not gonna take this very well. And I heard they was gonna boycott. But there's a deeper notation to Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is getting all the immigrants that's coming back in, family. See, they want migrant sports betting and all that shit. That got a lot to do with this revenue. See, NFL just ain't America, y'all. I don't know what y'all fail to realize. The NFL is worldwide. Bad Bunny is a worldwide artist. Even though he's a demonic son of a bitch. He's worldwide. And allegedly, he said he was not doing any more U.S. tours because of ICE. Now, ICE supposed to pull up, fam. Yeah, ICE supposed to pull up. Let's let's get into this right quick. Because if ICE pull up Bad Bunny, his ass might run off stage. But he's from Puerto Rico, so I don't know why he's, chauffeuring for the Democratic stronghold. I don't know why he's doing. Well, we already know why he's doing it. He was probably getting USAID money too. He's probably getting USAID money too. Let's get into this screen share right quick, fam. Call lines is open. Shouts out to my people that's watching. Oh, they got them Charlie Kirk hats. Those is cold. Even though Charlie Kirk is a pathological liar, I didn't want to see him go down like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see anybody go down like that, even though I feel some type of way about certain people. You never want to see people get harmed in such form or fashion, but some say he didn't pay his Jewish donors. And allegedly, the Jewish rich men, the monopoly men, they paying $7,000. Yeah, they paying now $7,000. So, yeah, hit that cash up. Hit that cash up, because guess what? We really not gonna get no support from the people. So we gotta get our money from the Jewish donors. So Jewish donors, hit that cash up. American patriots, hit that cash up, because allegedly the ADL is coming out with some racist shit, and allegedly they trying to split people up. Yeah, they're trying to say white people are different from the Jews, and the Jews are different than white people. Oh yeah, it's coming to an end for some people. I did not want to be on that page. Okay, I'm on my page already. So let's get into what the ADL is saying. The ADL is putting all this racist stuff out against white people. They trying to get rid of white people, y'all. I told you. You got Bad Bunny coming out. You know, the white nationalists ain't gonna like that shit. Oh, so guess what? There might be a whole ritual at the Super Bowl. You know, Bad Bunny about to perform his ritual at the Super Bowl. You already know it. Some people go like it. Some people go hate it. That just is what it is. That just is what it is. Now the thing is, I hope they ain't got no damn sniper in one of them nicks and crannies. One of them nicks and crannies, and you know how they like to do shit on TV in front of everybody, like they did Mr. Kirk. Rest in peace, Mr. Kirk. Yes, indeed, man. But yeah, ADL, they pushing this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get white folks up out of here, family. You know, the low birth rates. The low birth rates. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Elon Musk expanded on it, but every time I do it, I get called a racist. But I'm a Trump supporter, so I don't know why people are getting their panties in a bunch, especially on my Facebook page. My Facebook page is strictly for trolling. That page done gone to hell. I can't even make money off that page. So I might as well just run it off the deep end. I don't care about that page. I'll be honest with you. So if you unfriended me on Facebook, I don't give a fuck. You go hear the information for somebody else 10 years later, 20 years later, and by the time you hear it, you already be dead. Matter of fact, you already set in your ways. A lot of y'all gonna live with regrets, things y'all wish y'all never said. Because freedom of speech, you gotta pay for freedom of speech, or what I like to call freedom of reach. You gotta pay for algorithms and shit. Shit ain't free. Okay? That's why I do call-in shows, so your voice can be heard. Anyways, you got a lot of people on the right and on the left talking about why I don't like crime when Democrats are married to white men. Even though white men are on the alert right now on the radar. See, when you point certain stuff out that's obvious to everybody, and you try to hide it because you feel ashamed about your race, doing heinous acts. White men across the board right now are doing heinous acts for real, for real. And this is all in a span of fucking a month. You know what I'm saying? It's just an uptick. And when you bring it to light, oh man, what are you talking about? Oh. And then they go back to try to talk about the blacks, and hell no. That whole conversation shut down. You can't talk about the blacks no more. Let me be honest with you, because we could always pull up this guy. Thing is, you talk about the blacks in front of me, I'm gonna bring up this. I'm gonna bring up this every time. Yeah, because the thing is, he was not safe around his own race, family. Is Bad Bunny safe around his own race? Yes, he is. The Puerto Ricans love him. Puerto Ricans love him. And a lot of people across seas love this guy. And he's a staple for the LGBTQ community. And I think they got some other letters attached to it. I don't know. They got some extra shit. Well, they got some extra shit, but the thing is, they're a nation within itself. Okay? Because allegedly they living in their truth. So, and I heard Clarence Thomas and them are trying to take their rights away from being married. And like I said, y'all just producing more school shooters. Right versus left. Once the right go too far, you go get a school shooter go pop out that bitch. See, Charlie Kirk, he always used to talk about black single women raising thugs and heathens. But in these two parent households, that's where they raise the school shooter at. They say low IQ monkeys do petty crimes, drive-bys and shit. High IQ white men do heinous acts for real, all right? For real. And we all know it. All these stereotypes ain't false, man. There's some truth to every stereotype. So when you come on here acting fucking stupid like you don't know, yeah, you're suspected what they call a white supremacist, man. Like, and like I said, you got white supremacists on both sides. And some people feel like Operation Take Back America is white supremacy over the Mexicans. A lot of Mexicans voted for Trump, and then ICE come out. You gotta think. Let's use our brains here, okay? Let's use our brains. A lot of people are upset, disgruntled. They might see you out with a MAGA hat on, pop your tire or some shit like that. You never know with this political climate going on in America right now. There's a lot of infighting, okay? As Donald Trump said, they go focus within the enemy within, or what they call the N word. Because guess what? You fighting the battle within. That's the word. Yeah, the N word. You know, I like to play with letters and shit. Anyways, let's get into this, family. Let's read. ICE. I think this is a. Hold on. You might have to watch this. I think there's a video attached to this. I think there might be a video attached to this, fam. Let's see. What is it? Oh yeah, it is a government shutdown, isn't it? But guess what? Guess how I feel about the government shutdown. I don't give a fuck. I got a regular life at home. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about no. I don't give a fuck about no government shutdown. Once Trump won the office, that was my end of days complaining. Right? For real, we got what we wanted. Motherfuckers still complaining. Shit, you see what I'm saying? It's a never-ending story. Trump won, but you still going out setting up tables and shit out this bitch. Like everything cool. I just don't get it. I just don't. Trump won. Chill the fuck out. People still want to put microphones in people's face. Man, you can't. That's an overkill right there, family. That's an overkill. And you go see it play out right in front of your face. Like I done told y'all last fucking years. I already told y'all this shit years ago. But people don't respect time travelers or what they call prophets and saints, man. See, the thing is, people that have told you things years ago and they see it manifest is because they lived it before. They done seen it happen in real time. People ain't telling you this shit for a reason. And then next thing you know, shit, you done lost 50 friends off your page for telling the truth. Some people are in the sunken place. I knew this shit was gonna come to an end when there was a pedophile in the MAGA community and they didn't find out till 2 years later. I said, oh my God. I said, oh, pedophile, rapist, all that shit. You know, man, there's black Hebrew Israelites and Mossad in the motherfucking MAGA movement. And people didn't know until I fucking said, hey man, that shit don't look right. I said, keep an eye out on them. People still went ahead and follow these fuckers. And then 2 year, couple months, it wasn't that long, but you know how good news, bad news travels fast, but this time it didn't travel fast. It didn't travel fast at all. I said, oh my, I thought the bad news was gonna travel fast. I done made all kind of Facebook groups pointing this shit out. But guess what? Some people remember them. Some people remember that, and a lot of people was involved in that shit that y'all know because they y'all favorites. That's why I can sit here and shit on y'all favorites because I know secrets about y'all favorites. Y'all don't fucking know, and then y'all never find out. Y'all would be like, man, this is disgusting. Why did I even? But it's too late. I told you before, the internet was designed to make you look like a fucking hypocrite and a domestic terrorist. And guess what? If you was against certain people, they turned you into a domestic terrorism. If you had something to say about Charlie, the hard right was gonna turn you into a domestic terrorist, get you fired from your job and all that shit for a difference of opinion. Yeah, I think that one dude we did a show on him. I think he got arrested or something. I think he got a letter in the mail. I think he got a letter in the mail saying, hey man, you can't do all that shit. But in some instances, they'll let it fly because the enemy's on both sides. Did y'all see that Nick Fuentes and the Hodge twins interview? Well, I looked at that interview. I said, by God, even though Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist, he said some real shit in that interview. See, I don't like stupid white supremacists, man. I hate stupid white supremacists because they always lie and tell. You know what I'm saying? At least the best you gonna get out here is fucking Nick Fuentes. At least he didn't sugarcoat shit. If he said if he didn't like monkeys, he gonna tell you he don't like fucking monkeys. Okay, y'all know what monkey code word is. Y'all speaking code. Anyway, I don't think this is it right here. He came out to be a hypocrite too. He came out to be a hypocrite too. I think him and Peter Thiel. See, Peter Thiel. I think I believe he's good friends with Trump. But this dude right here, he was talking shit, and I think they brought him back in that office, and I think they prayed together, and he came out a new man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the power. That's the power, Mr. T. What's up, a human being? Where you been at, family? Yeah, it's a lot of infiltration going on. It was so much infiltration, I had to back the fuck out. To be honest with you, that's why I do my own shit. So when people see me going off, they be like, "Oh man, he's why is he going back and forth across the fence and shit?" And I'll tell them, "I am the fence. I'm the damn fence. I could be anywhere at one time. Like the God of the Bible, I could be all over the damn fence. I could paint it because if I smell fish, I'm about to tell you, I ain't about to sit up here and play with in people's face because I ain't got nothing to lose. I do this shit for a hobby. Other people are getting paid. Y'all see them Israeli Mossad? They paying influencers 7,000. I said, God damn, y'all paying motherfucking seven. Hit my motherfucking cash out. I said, hit my goddamn cash out. Shit, they paid out 7 bandolinis. They paying out 7 bandolinis just to say Israel's good. Oh shit, we do shit. At this point, shit, we can say whatever we want to now because everybody's brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter because if you tell the truth about something, they ain't gonna believe you anyway. That's why people be joining the dark. I understand why people be joining the dark side. You'll never catch me really saying nothing bad about evildoers because guess what? It be the so-called good motherfuckers that's really doing the damage, and it be the so-called bad motherfuckers that's really doing good. It's reverse. It's really terraformed at this point. So if you tell the truth, you go look like the bad guy, and if you tell the lie, you go look like the good guy. That's how it's set up now, y'all. That's how it's set up, y'all. That's how exactly it's set up. So you would never know. So you might as well cheer for the underdogs because everybody else on top, they paid for it. They are paid and bought, y'all. Even this son of a bitch. Let's get into it. Because the thing is, you just don't fucking call Trump. You call Trump pedophile and all this shit, and the next day he fucking, you know, he's all uptight and all his whole attitude doesn't change overnight. We already know what. We already know. We accepted this dude just because. You know what I'm saying? Trump is just trying to get out that puppet master control. Because guess what? Israeli spies, man, they got that Middle East damn near on lockdown. All they need to do is take out Iran. That's all they need to do is take out Iran, and they're gonna end up doing that. That's what the colonizer does. So I'm not gonna stand in the way of what they've been doing for thousands of years. You're not gonna stop what they gonna do because guess what? You gonna end up like Charlie Kirk out this bitch every fucking time. Like how high can you get in this world before they fucking hit you over the head with a fucking billy club? Somebody tell me because they showed up to Nick Fuentes' door with the pepper spray. They showed up to his front door at the pepper. Guess what? Somebody could have shot his ass in his stomach. But I think somebody hit Charlie Kirk with a laser though. Look, that shit look like a damn laser. To be honest with you. Uh, where are we at? Hold on. Let's get up. Where was we at? Oh, this Bad Bunny. So it says immigrant. We gonna read right here. Shouts out to a human being for tapping in. Yeah, shouts out to a human being for tapping back in, man. I miss my buddy, man. I miss my buddy. I've been doing like back to back shows. I took a break for a little bit because my damn tooth was hurting, man. I gotta get a damn tooth pulled, man. But yeah, let's get into this. Immigrations and Custom Enforcement ICE will attend the 2026 Super Bowl where Puerto Rican, key word, Puerto Rican is still part of the United States. So I don't know why he don't want to tour in the United States. Singer Bad Bunny is set to headline the halftime show, according to Corey Lewandowski, an advisor at the Department of Homeland Security. There is nowhere that you can provide safe haven. And the thing is, the reason why they go be at Super Bowl 26 because it's a high trafficking sex organizations that go on. A lot of prostitute, a lot of sexual deviant behavior. So they're gonna be popping everybody. They're gonna be running people's hotels and all that, y'all. And matter of fact, where is Super Bowl 26? Let me look this up. Where is that? Where was the Super Bowl be? Oh, is it gonna be in California too? Oh yeah. You know they're getting horny out there. Who does more evil, the evildoer or the ones who watch and do nothing? Man, there is I ain't gonna say a fairy tale or a folklore. I think it's this. Is it a political party? Man, I think it's a political party. They call the Know Nothings or something like that. And these motherfuckers walk around, they know everything. They just don't do nothing about it because shit, they know if they do anything about it, nothing's gonna happen anyway. The people in the Matrix to kill them. So they just the know nothings. So they just watch shit happen. They just let shit play out, and then they build off that. Matter of fact, let me pull up. Let me see that. For real, they don't get themselves involved in nothing. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna bore y'all. So this what I'm gonna do. Hold on, we go put on a video, and I'm gonna look that up right quick to see if I can find it, man. I remember about a decade ago, I was looking at something like that. These secret societies, man, they like time travelers and shit. They know it all. They just don't do nothing about it because they figure if they try to tell the truth, nobody's gonna learn or anything. You know what I'm saying? They just go around just they could be regular people working at Walmart and shit. They just old souls that just you come back in the matrix and just drop little information on to certain people that's been chosen, Hold on. Yeah, let's do it like this. Do it like this. Let me put it on here. Boom.
Build a website you love with Wix, where your words create your.
And I'm gonna go look that up, man. I'm gonna find that right quick. Let's get into it. This is him on. What is this? GMA.
This morning, Bad Bunny taking over football's biggest night. The three-time Grammy winner, whose real name is Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, will headline the Super Bowl 60 halftime show in February, saying in a statement, "What I'm feeling goes beyond myself. It's for those who came before me." Continuing, "This is for my people, my culture, and our history." Adding in Spanish, "Go on and tell your grandma that we'll be at the Super Bowl halftime show." Jay-Z, owner of Rock Nation, which produces the show, saying, "What Benito has done and continues to do for Puerto Rico is truly inspiring." Bad Bunny technically made his Super Bowl debut in 2020 with Shakira and Jennifer Lopez.
Hey, this motherfucker is not talented, man, at all. I don't see what the hell, you know what I'm saying? I don't see I don't see the electricity. And I guess we all go see it at the same time. I guess this is just not my culture. I can't get jiggy to this. Shouts out to the people that, like it and all, but I can't, you know what I'm saying? I've never heard a Bad Bunny song at all. And I done heard about him, his name, more than everybody else. And I have never heard of a Bad Bunny song. Y'all. Have y'all? I haven't.
Bad Bunny, dubbed the King of Latin Trap, is having quite the year already, with a new album released. Wrapping a sold-out 31-show residency in his native Puerto Rico, creating an economic boom in the process, and becoming the breakout star of the summer as waiter turned Adam Sandler's caddy in Happy Gilmore 2.
Remember the happy place I went to? Yes, you go to yours. Okay, I'll try.
Bad Bunny calling it a dream come true.
I think it's going to be a really impactful performance, especially considering his recent.
Yeah, man. We go witness some weird shit on Super Bowl Sunday. Christ might come back on Super Bowl Sunday. But yeah, a human being. Hey, I'm about to put you on some shit, bro. Hey, didn't I tell you I was a real historian? Now look at this. Remember what I was telling you about the know nothings? Look, I don't know if you can see this or not. I had to pull up Gronk on this. I had to pull up Gronk on this one. I said, is there a secret group called the Know Nothings? Yes, there was a secret group known as the Know Nothings, often stylized as the Know Nothings. In the 19th century America, it originated in secretive Native society, the early 1840s, with members sworn to secrecy and instructed to respond, "I know nothing." You see what I'm saying? Look, when questioned about the organization, and this is what you look. When questioned about the organization, this evolved into the American Party, a major political force in the 1850s that promoted anti-immigrant policies, particularly targeting Irish and German Catholics, whom they viewed as threats to the Protestant American values. The group gained significant influence, winning elections in the states like Massachusetts in 1854, but it fragmented and declined by the late 1850s due to internal divisions and the rise of the Republican Party. I knew I wasn't tripping. And this is why the evildoer or the ones who you said watch and do nothing, they just let shit play out because they go capitalize off it later. See, the Republicans, they capitalists. So they'll know some shit and they'll let it ride out. You be like, oh, why did he do that? He gonna tell you, I don't know nothing. They still go by that secrecy. Let's. I think they might be. Damn, you see what it connected it to? connected it to the Ku Klux Klans too, because the Ku Klux Klan, they can't come out and say who they are. You already know that. Here we go, right here. This from the Britannica. I got it. Matter of fact, I got it. See, I got to look, a human being. I'm pulling up a Britannica, right? People call me stupid and dumb and shit, but guess what, a human being? Guess what, a human being? Guess what I got? Guess what I got in my desk right now? An Encyclopedia Britannica in mint condition, bro. But people call me stupid and dumb and he don't know nothing and that's why you become a no. Once you left the fucking matrix, you become a no political party called the Know Nothing. You don't know nothing about anything because you done said it pretty much all you need to say. But yeah, we'll read. Well, we pretty much read that part. It said in 1849, a secret order of the Star Spangled Banner formed in New York City, and soon after, lodges formed in nearly every other major city. You know what we gonna do, man? Let's watch a video about these people. Since we already tapped in, can y'all hear me? Can y'all still hear? Okay, yeah, we good. Yeah, yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's why we got to be multi-dimensional with the information, man. We can't wear certain stuff out. We got to look up these secret societies and see how they gain power, so you can use it in your life. Because when I read history and stuff, I try to tie this in with what I got going on a personal level. Because hold on, we go watch a video because I ain't trying to read all this. Man. I ain't trying to read all this. I can read it, but I'm not trying to. So let's really not trying to. Let's do this. So pretty much, in a nutshell, we go see sexually deviant stuff in front of our kids. Super Bowl. So if you watching the Uber Bowl, I'm pretty sure you just need to turn it off on halftime. Yeah, just turn it off on halftime. So yeah, we going into the know nothings. The know nothings. These are the know nothings would be the NPCs, man. You see what I'm saying? See, the know nothings would actually be the Democratic. If your family's a Democrat, he's probably a know nothing because his mind has been completely wiped. He knows nothing. But he's not like the Archons in the Matrix. He's not like the Beast. He's not like the agents. See, the agents, they act like they don't know nothing, but guess what, y'all? The agents were regular people. The agents were regular people. They could be your mom, dad, but once they find out you know something, they go turn into your loved ones, your enemies, your school teacher, your boss. They go turn on you because you know something they don't fucking know, and it's eating them up. That's why you got to keep shit quiet. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep shit under wraps because these damn parasites are like drones personally assigned to you, family. These drones are going to be personally assigned to each fucking hard right wing, left wing agitator. They're gonna have draconian type of technology this all CNI shit go follow you around wherever you fucking go. This is what they fucking talking about right now. And allegedly, one of these was seen at the Charlie Kirk assassination. One of these drones. I think it was like 3 or 4 of them that zipped by. But I already gave my assessment on why they flew the drones. The same time his soul ascended from his body. Because they didn't just see, the ritual is to capture your soul. They don't care about the body. They really want to bottle that shit up and put it in one of these right here, family. It's the star in a jar. This the whole story behind the mason jar in IVF. Okay, so they capturing the soul in this tube, this test tube, and they basically reincarnating and putting you back into a body. We went over that the last episode too. They did to Charlie Kirk. So now you got value Kmart brand Charlie Kirk, okay, coming out. He ain't the real Charlie Kirk. They got a fake Peyton Manning looking motherfucker. All right, he looked like Archie Manning. He got a big ass head. I said they'll never replace Charlie. Okay, they'll never replace. It seems like every time I get online and I see the Charlie Kirk clones battling the Black Hebrew Israelites, they get their butt kicked bad, man. Go look at the videos, man. Go look at the videos. That's why I was like, man, Charlie Kirk really wasn't that spiritual. He was just secular with his knowledge. He really didn't. And then some of them Black Hebrew Israelites, I don't agree with all of them, but I think they more spiritual with the knowledge than the Charlie Kirk heads. Cause we'll talk about that later, man. Golly, man, it ain't looking. It's putting a bad taste. This shit that's happened this month is putting a bad taste in people's mouth. I hope y'all know that. And we gotta bring it up because you got hypocrites out there that don't want to acknowledge what the fuck been going on. They just want to wake up and be like, God, please just let it go away. And that was a whole part of the rapture. That was a whole part of the rapture. Yes, it was. So let's get into this, y'all. Sorry for I had to ramble. I'm doing, I do these shows off the top of the head anyway. But let's get to this. We go watch this video right quick.
With your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
The 1850s was a time of economic, social, and political upheaval, and it saw the destruction of America's second party system. Since the 1830s, the two major political parties duking it out at the ballot box was the Whigs and the Democrats. Both sides contributed presidents, senators, and congressmen, along with a host of other lesser political positions. But in the 1850s, the Whigs would find themselves floundering and watching two other political parties emerge to tackle the Democrats in elections. This is the story of the lesser-known Know-Nothings. Welcome, everyone, to Half History Will Travel. I am your host, the Wilder Historian, and today I bring you the story of a short-lived but extremely important political party that would help forge the party system of Democrats versus Republicans that we still have today. The American economy drastically changed in the 1850s with the introduction of the railroad. Its significance to American history cannot be denied, and it had a major role in the reorganization of political parties in that decade. Although you might think that railroads brought prosperity to American cities, for the middle and lower class, the day-to-day grind became a test of survival. The 49ers who traveled to California in the late 1840s sent back gold by rail, and that gold began circulating in the American economy. And like anything, if there's more of it, the item depreciates. Thus, inflation ran rampant, and Americans found that their money was worth less, and it became a struggle to buy the necessary goods for your life. It didn't help that rates for various types of freight carried by the railroad raised the prices of commonly bought goods.
Not every 24-hour smile is created equal, and that's the part they're leaving out. Gaps that trap food, receding gums, speech.
Railroads did not only bring in gold, but it brought in people to cities. Many of those people were immigrants, and to be more specific, Catholic immigrants. many of them coming from Ireland. The introduction of different peoples into different social structures began to spread anxiety throughout the residents of the city. Many immigrants worked for less or would be paid less by employers, which put many Americans out of a job, just as the American economy began to fall into a slump. Additionally, the growth of populations in cities brought about the demand for more infrastructure to accommodate its growth. This in turn demanded more taxes from the city's residents, which only compounded the financial crisis Americans were facing. Possibly, it was the city's.
You see these people right here. That's your monopoly man. That's the Jewish man right there. That's why you got to pay taxes to Israel. This is the original cowboy, or who we call the Quaker Oat man. So cowboy culture is Jewish culture. They still wear. Where's that one picture at? Let me show you where cowboy Americans see. White nationalists think they cowboys, but they really practice Jewish culture. So when people be like, "Oh man, he's linked up with the Jews," man, these are your original cowboys right here. Let me pull this up, man. You see this picture right here? No. I'm trying to. No, I didn't want to do that. What's this? All right, let me pull this up. You see these dudes right here? Who you think that is? They still dress like. So when y'all talking about the ooze, and y'all pull up people that don't look like Jews, I'll be like, man, this is your original cowboy. They worship the cow, Yahweh. Yahweh the bull. We identify who their God was. Brahma. Brahma is they go by the Abrahamic face. The 3 Abrahamic face. When you're Jewish, man, you can practice all the faiths. And these are also the know-nothings, or who they call the agents in the Matrix family. These are AI. They are your AI. Okay. And guess what? Each one of these entities are assigned to a group of people. All right. That's just the history of America. Go look at your Quaker Oat box, and then go look at him. Go look at your Quaker Oat box, and go look at the Monopoly man. It's the same guy. Okay. This guy don't change his clothes either. So, and with that being said, shit, how can't you identify who's who? Why can't you identify who's who? Because everybody looks the same. Where's that picture at? I'm gonna show you something. Everybody looks the same. So you don't know if he's a really small hat, or you don't know if he's the Pope, or who they call the Father. Because the Pope is supposed to be the image of God, allegedly. It's supposed to be who God looked like in the afterlife. The Pope, yeah, the Father. They call him the Father. You confess you confess your sins to this dude. And you confess your sins to these people too, because this is a part of Silicon Valley. And what do you do on your phone? You confess your sins on your phone. Your phone is the mark of the beast. That is the cube of Saturn, or what they call the Cubala, the cube of Allah. Arm, legs, arm, head. That is the pentagram, family. That is the pentagram. So let's get into it. Let's get into this video. You have to roll another one up.
Doing all that.
But you see Trump with the original cowboys. Not the fake cowboys. The original cowboys. All right. And a lot of these guys, see, like right here. Let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. You see this dude? You see this dude's beard right here? The real Billy Goat Grump right here. Yeah, these the real Jews, family. These the real Jews, all right? And they say those people overseas are the fake Jews. They say the real Jews are already here, but they travel back and forth, you know, maritime law. Let's get into all right. Thank you. Hold on. Yeah, I don't even think I got that on. My bad, y'all. Yeah, this video is of this political party called the Know Nothings.
Small towns withered and some died, displacing the people of those towns into other areas to find work. Before the railroad, water transport and transport by wagons demanded warehouses, dock workers, teamsters, rivermen, and common laborers to transfer goods to different types of transportation. Many times the railroads hindered that process.
And what did I tell y'all about these cartoons? I said, if it's already in a cartoon, they already did it, y'all. They already did it. So when people try to bring things to the table, I'll be like, man, go watch. If you want to go watch the truth, go watch a cartoon. Go watch the Jetsons. Go watch Bugs Bunny. Go watch Daffy Duck. They put the truth in plain sight, family.
Or did away with those modes of transportation in some areas. Being able to transport goods by rail over long distances quickly created overwhelming competition for local merchants and shippers who previously didn't have to compete with larger eastern cities. One example is the iron industry. Before the railroads, local furnaces produced pig iron and shipped it to local blacksmiths to work it into usable goods like nails, hammers, and other tools. But now, the railroad allowed for the mass transportation of iron from larger furnaces. As urbanization took over many cities in the Northeast and along major railroads in the Midwest, factories sprang up demanding unskilled laborers, and many immigrants fit that description. They produced goods cheaper, which made artisans lower their prices, but many could not compete and folded. This financial crisis experienced by Americans in northern cities created a cry for help from politicians to help them economically and fight back against immigration, which many of these Americans saw as the ultimate problem. A Catholic conspiracy frequently headlined newspapers and became the talk of the town about how Catholics would overwhelm Protestants in the United States and allow the Pope and the Vatican to take over. Since the 1830s, the Americans concerned with that problem had threw their lot in with the Whigs. Whigs fought against immigration. They supported temperance or the outlaw of alcohol, which would attack Catholics because they used wine in communion. Whigs believed in reforming society by imposing laws against actions that would defile or corrupt society. Democrats also believed in reform, but it was individual reform. For example, they did not condone drunkenness, but did not believe in imposing a law for everyone against alcohol. They believed in individual reform, where it was up to the individual themselves to overcome their drunkenness, not the government's. This placed immigrants firmly on the side of Democrats because their ideas about individualism allowed for a more inclusive society. As immigrants came into the United States, they voted Democrat, which threatened Whig political power. However, by the 1850s, the Whig Party was seeking immigrant votes, and that alienated many of their constituents.
Now you see what the hell been going. This shit been going on. The shit, the stuff that's going on now is not new, y'all. Now, just off this short video right here, we already proved we've been fighting the same fight for how long? It's a never-ending story, so why lose your life over it? If you know it wasn't fixed then, how you think it's gonna all come together now? You always gonna have to have immigrants come flood this motherfucker in. It's gonna fluctuate. It's gonna fluctuate every 4 years. They go bring them back in. Let's get into it.
And so began the creation of the Know Nothing Party, starting out as a secret group where its members, if asked about it, would say, "I know nothing."
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down to your exact.
Hold on, this is about
Their
to get
formal
good
name
right
was
here.
the American Party. It met with great success in major northeastern cities and many in the Midwest with high immigrant populations. The Nativist secret society had developed into a successful anti-Catholic and anti-immigrant political party. Although it was not a national powerhouse, local governments fell firmly in the hands of know-nothings. The election of 1852 resulted not only in a Whig loss, but in its dismantling. The Whig candidate, General Winfield Scott, alienated the nativist wing of the Whig Party with his past leniency against Catholic churches in Mexico during the Mexican-American War, the fact that he had daughters educated in a convent, and his party's effort to get Catholic votes. Whigs left the party in droves and streamed toward know-nothings. The rank and file of the Whig Party had lost all patience in hoping that the establishment politicians would help them in their economic and social crisis. They felt like the Whig politicians that they had voted for did not care about their needs. Career politicians had dominated conventions and kept younger and newer politicians from joining the congressional ranks. Therefore, the nativist wing of the Whig Party separated itself from the politicians who were neglecting their constituency. The Know Nothing movement solidly ripped apart the Whigs. In 82 races for the House of Representatives in 1854,
And see, these are your people that's gonna come inside, and they like COINTELPRO, man. They act like they don't know nothing, but that's how they regain power. If they gotta become a Republican, they will. If they gotta become a Democrat, they will. But in the midst of it, they gonna act like they don't know fucking shit. And then when you look up, shit, the table's done turned. Tables done. They come in good faith and all that shit. Let's get it.
the Know Nothing or American Party ran 76 candidates, 35 of whom won. It had quickly become a heavy hitter on the American political scene. However, there would be another party that would dismantle the Whigs. That would be the Republican Party. The Whigs possessed two groups of people: those who thought immigration was the biggest threat to the United States, and those who thought slavery was the biggest threat. Republicans represented the anti-slavery group. Although the Know Nothings had a quick rise, they also had a quick fall.
Let me repeat, because people get this misconstrued all the time. Real History 101. Abraham Lincoln did not free the slaves. He made the slaves free. Where you gotta go to the plantation owner to get the job. He ain't gotta come find your ass. You gotta write out your own application and give to him. The plantation is the corporation, family. Abraham Lincoln turned slavery into a industry, a corporation. That's why he got fucking hit like Charlie Curtin. All right, that was they didn't like that agreement. Okay, certain agreements didn't go through, but somebody ended up getting Lincoln out of here too. But it was already too late. I believe they already signed the what was it? Was it the Civil Rights Act? No, it wasn't the Civil Rights Act. It was something like that. Let's get into it.
In the 1856 elections, Republicans made deals to help support Know-Nothings locally if they voted for Republicans at the presidential level. The presidential candidate for the Republican Party was John C. Fremont, who was a young man not associated with the establishment. The young candidate won an incredible amount of votes for the first time that his party put up a presidential candidate, but the winner would be the Democratic candidate, James Buchanan. Ultimately, sectionalism and the disdain for pro-slavery Southerners would send Northern Democrats and Know-Nothings to the Republican Party. Northern Democrats would most likely not have joined their old rivals, the Whigs, but the new Republican Party allowed them to fight back against pro-slavery bullying in the House and the Senate, and allow for the Republican domination of Northern states in the 1860 election. The downfall of the Whig Party would ultimately lead to the formation of the Republican Party, drawing on voters and politicians from the Know-Nothings and Northern Democrats. Although the Know-Nothings have nearly been forgotten by much of the general public, its importance to the coming of the Civil War and the formation of the political system we have today.
Yeah, you see all that, how that tied into today's lexicon? It's already embedded into the lexicon, fam. How to take over America 101. Buy out major corporations, then lobby, then control and infiltrate. IG Farben had a market capitalization of 1.4 billion Reichsmarks. Damn, in 1928. This rose to 3 billion. Where did the money go? BASF and more. The point is, they hid it in ISI and in fact infiltrated. Damn, man. Yeah, that's pretty much hit the nail on the coffin right there, Brody. That's how they come to power. You always can't do it by force. I mean, that's just military tactics too, as well. Sometimes you got to come with gifts disguised as bed bugs. I don't know if y'all remember a story where the colonizers gave the Indians what was it, blankets with some smallpox on it, and then the whole tribe got smallpox and shit. So they acted like they didn't know nothing. You see what I'm saying? They acted like they didn't know nothing, but that's how they regain power. Crazy, man. They've been doing this shit for a long time, man. Oh man, shit! I didn't know them blankets had smallpox on it. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know nothing. You know anything, man? Didn't know nothing. I didn't. That's evil, man. You know what I'm saying? That's evil. That's the serpent for real. But like I said, shit. You want to regain power in this world? You can't act like you know, because they're not gonna believe you anyway. It's too far fetched. yeah, it's too far fetched. So you in a rock and a hard place, and some people dealing with that shit now. Oh man, all the stuff we come on, man, we gonna turn into know nothing. The people that allegedly part of the 1,400, 144,000, you think they go waste their time? They already preached to the masses. The saints already they ain't gonna repeat themselves. The saints is gonna ascend to another plane of existence. They ain't gonna waste their time with NPCs that want to stay in this realm. So yeah, that's what's really going on for real on an esoteric level. People are just trapped, and the saints can only say the saints is gonna get slaughtered in the end of days. But speaking to people that demons, they really demons because guess what? They're really parasites too. Because those people that have been affected by these demons and parasites, they start living with regrets, and they be like, "Damn, I wish I act like I knew something, but they wanted to be a know nothing." But on what level would knowing anything benefit you? It only benefits you when you try to get it in positions of power. It does you no justice when you're just an average Joe on the street. Because you go prove like you know everything to be in power. That's why people go on these rants trying to prove that they know everything, but in all actualities, it's all a facade. It's all a facade. It's not real. It's not the real light. It's the false light. Yeah, but I think we about to get out of here, man. I think we about to, and I lost some fucking money too. I think I lost some money, man. What's going on? Okay, yes. Come on, Cincinnati. Yes. Oh, yes. Cincinnati and LA playing too. Oh, yes. And they loaded. And they fully loaded. Yes. Come on, Cincinnati. Yeah. Oh, I gotta go. I definitely gotta go. Oh, 2 outs. They better not drop this ball. They better not drop this ball. All right, I'm out. Love y'all. I'm out. Hey, I'm gonna holler at you later, human being. I'm out, Brody. Hey, thanks for chiming in.